The latest news, national issues, the political scene, and conversations with prominent personalities. All these firsthand at the forefront. Good morning. On behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno, this is Ferdi Salvador. For 5 decades, Apo Hiking Society has produced 27 albums, making songs that Filipinos sang along and grew up with. They may have unfortunately lost Danny Javier in 2022, but Boboy, Garrovillo and Jim Paredes are climbing back to the spotlight and reintroducing their music to a new generation and reliving their mark as an icon of original Filipino music. Let's find out what's up with Apo Hiking Society. Joining us this morning are everybody's favorite Apo Hiking Society's Boboy, Garovillo and Jim Paredes. Hey. What an honor!
Good morning, Ferdi. Good morning, everybody.
I would have never thought in my lifetime that I will have the honor and absolute pleasure to talk to you both.
Well, luckily, we have long lives.
Well, everybody knows Apo Hiking Society, so let's do this for the sake of strolling down memory lane. You'll see a series of pictures and tell us what they mean to you. And we're going to drop the first photo. Let's look at this. Ateneo de Manila, you started a school group in 1969. Tell us how this transformed from school group to a full-on career.
Well, we're in high school, and I like playing the guitar.
Yes.
And every lunch, everybody who was a music enthusiast would just be around there singing, learning guitar and everything. And
in the 60s, most everybody had a band.
Oh, really?
That was
It was a thing.
That was an in thing, no? And then and then you share notes, you share songs together, you play together. And then the opportunity was there was a song festival that was an inter-school song festival that was being organized, and we had to come up with a group to represent Ateneo High School. Eventually, it brought us to guest in television shows, even while we were in school.
There are 13 daw original members.
13 ang dumaan.
Yeah.
13 ang dumaan.
Give or
they
take,
come and go.
Give or take 3. No?
Right. Rick Segreto was part of it.
Wow, he's, I love the sound of his voice. It's also iconic. But
and he was a wild guy.
Why did he leave?
Well, he studied in Guam.
Okay.
Then he went to the Philippines for about 2 years. And then he
left again kasi Amerikano siya.
But who thought of the name Apo Hiking Society?
My brother.
I think the brother of Jim. We were thinking of what to name the group in that song festival.
Yes.
So sabi namin, kailangan acronym, di ba? Gamitin natin Ateneo de Manila High School. So what will go with those letters?
Before Apo Hiking Society, we went through Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-Galang Combo, KKK.
Oh my God.
Jose Rizal Bulletproof Vest Company.
I think that was the best.
Jose Rizal Bulletproof Company.
That was the best, I think. Jose Rizal Bulletproof Vest Company.
No, you know why?
Since it's not taken, maybe another group can take it.
JRPVC.
No, the idea of the 60s, during that, we were rebellious.
Yes.
But we wanted to be cheeky. Di ba? Yung medyo parang double take. What? That's the name we wanted.
But not for nothing. I mean, you went to of course you went to Ateneo. It's quite an elitist school, if I don't mind me saying.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
I mean, it's for the upper crust.
Yeah.
But having the name,
But at
Jose Rizal Bulletproof.
But at the same time, those were the times when people were protesting in the streets.
Yes.
Even in Ateneo, we were like, we didn't like certain subjects. We called it irrelevant, and we wanted them to teach us in Tagalog.
Yes.
Ganun yung times na yun.
So paano nag-stick po yung Apolinaryo?
No, we used that name in the song festival.
Okay.
And then, martial law,
that was the first
they asked us to
official
change
show.
the name, so we dropped Mabini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apolinaryo Hiking Society.
It
What
was
did the
so
other-
hard to say, no? Who are this group? Apolinaryo Hiking Society.
And welcome, Apolinaryo Mabini.
It was the fans who shortened it.
Let me show you another photo, which will pull on your heartstrings, obviously.
Oh.
And you know where this is going. And the very dapper Danny Javier. So he was what member?
He was the last.
Number 13.
He was the last who
The
came
lucky
in, di ba?
13.
Yeah, the lucky 13.
Probably, oh.
He was. And then he also became our manager.
Yeah,
Danny Javier was your
for a
manager.
while after
And he was the
school,
one who
oh.
believed that we were really going to be successful. We were just, there for the ride in college, something to do. Di ba?
Yeah.
The
But he was
ladies.
like,
May-
we
may
can go
racket.
somewhere, we can go somewhere. Ganun.
And what was his vision when he said, guys, I think this is going to be a big thing. We're going to be big, showbiz people.
Sumikat.
Yes.
We're going to be famous. The whole dream of every band that goes out
Kasi
there.
Danny was already a solo.
Artist.
No, yeah, he was a folk singer now before in a bar. He's
In
by
high
the way,
school?
he's older than us. He's much
4
older
years.
than us.
I love the disclaimer.
So,
4 years.
when we met him, he was already
College na
performing.
siya.
Yeah, he was already performing in other places, bars. Ganon.
Okay. So
And then when he
you're-
saw us, we were performing in this student counselor's office or in the quadrangle. And then he would join us, and then sabi namin, ang galing rin niya mag-harmony, ang galing rin niya mag-guitar. Yung pala, professional na pala siya.
But how did it synergize? Nag-usap na kayo, and then,
He
"Oy,
was
guys."
there every
Yeah,
day.
he was just there.
He was hanging
Just
out.
hanging
He was
around,
gate
yeah.
crashing our...
So we would just hang out together with our barkada. So even with Basil Valdez.
Oh.
Basil
was
also,
part of your group?
No,
No, no.
he was also in that room where we'd hang out.
Siya pala nag-coin ng term na OPM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were working in a record company. And we were a small label. We didn't even have like 5 records a month. But we were very diligent about coming out with a unique sound, a clean sound and everything. And we wanted to make an impact by coining our label with an OPM. People ask, what is
Tag,
OPM?
parang di ba noon, the hashtag, di ba noon?
Yes.
Wala pa noon.
Walang hashtag pa
So
noon.
ito noon,
Ito
parang
yung
ganon.
hashtag.
Let's give a tag na pride in the Filipino.
But can you imagine kung hindi inisip ni Danny Javier and you champion that, anong tatawagin sa kind of music we
Hindi,
have?
pero yun, nangyari kasi yun, we were part of an association, recording companies.
Okay.
The Association of Record, and Danny was representing us there.
Manager nga.
So, no, the recording company.
We were in a record company.
So, the Association of Record Companies, when they have a meeting, that's when Danny pitched the idea.
Prior to that, it was the Manila sound.
Manila Sound.
But then, parang music
Masyadong
was coming from everywhere.
urbanized, di ba yan?
Music was
No.
coming from everywhere.
Yes.
So OPM.
Bakit,
Para mas
bakit
malaki
Manila
yung,
lang? Di ba?
Correct.
Mas malaki yung category.
But I heard in 1978, you disbanded? Is that correct?
78?
More magbuntik na kayo mag-disband?
No. 73.
73.
After graduation,
Okay.
I was going to Turkey
Oh,
because I was an ISEC thing.
Wow.
This is like an organization that sends young people to other countries to learn.
correct.
Exchange student.
Correct,
Exchange student. I was going to go there. Boboy was going to be a farmer. And
Wow.
he did leave to be a farmer. And Danny stayed here.
In
And then
fact, before we did that concert, he was already employed with the network.
si Danny.
May trabaho na siya. May racket na. May permanent racket.
Tapos merong TV show, yung Okay Lang.
Yes.
Danny and I joined the TV show and we were just a duet.
Okay.
Then we called Boboy and said,
Get out of the farm. Where did you farm?
Negros.
Ay, yung Ilonggo.
I'm from Oriental. I'm Ilonggo, but my mom's from Dumaguete.
From Dooms?
And I
love
was in
Dumaguete.
Negros, on the south side, we had a farm that my mom wanted me to help her run it.
So when Danny and Jim called you, I'm sure you're like, I'll be there, give me a few hours. I'm on the next plane or ship over.
he hated farming.
So distress yung mga kamag-anak ko kasi I was already working with my cousins and everybody.
Right.
And when I made paalam, they were saying, what are you gonna do? You cannot be singing all your life. This is already a career you're having. Because I was working in a sugar mill also.
Yes. I'm gonna show you another
Photo.
Song Ewan. This is your breakthrough song in 1978. Who convinced Louis Ocampo to write this for you?
He
he-
wrote
he-
it with his girlfriend.
Yeah. And
With your voices in
no,
mind.
he decided that we were the ones to sing it. It was his choice.
Wow.
Because we were young then.
Who was he dating then? Alam mo, Louis Ocampo, you know.
Rowena, the
Okay.
co-writer of Ewan.
Ewan. She was a musical prodigy.
Yeah, classical
Rowena-
pianist rin eh. Arieta.
Arieta. Yeah.
I think he was 18 and he wrote this song.
And if you
Together
ask
with
him
Rowena?
why he wrote it, he goes, kasi nakakainis talaga marinig yung ano.
Oo,
When
di
you
ba?
say,
Ano ba,
do you
tayo-
love me?
tayo na ba?
Can I hear
Ewan.
it? Up to lights?
Next time, if you get to talk to Louie, you know, ask him, ano ba talaga yan? Ano ba tayo na ba? Ewan. Di ba? Dati kasi ang girls supposed to be nagpapakipot. Hindi pa
I know that feeling
Di ba?
very well.
Diba, on the one hand, you're saying, mahal kita, hindi to bola.
bola. Yeah.
Diba? You're giving your all. And she answers so
Yung sabi mo lang yan.
Says,
Ewan. What motivated you to join the Metro Manila Song Festival in 1978?
Ewan.
Was this because of the song?
No,
Ewan.
we were a young group. We were looking for opportunities. And this was a biggie. Because we heard the song, it was a winner.
It was, it's the second. No? It was the second
Second
festival.
Metropop.
Second
Okay.
Metropop.
It was a winner. So when he asked us, I said,
Metropop, that was.
yeah, let's do it, you know. And during that time, the first place went to Freddy Aguilar, Bulag Pipi Bingi, siyang nanalo. But the second place was the real runaway winner. Because it became really popular.
Yes.
And controversial pa.
And how many records did you sell with this? Do you remember?
More than 2.
Yeah.
Definitely more than 2. I love this interview. It's so lively. Okay, I'm going to show you another photo. And this is super cool for me because I only found out about this morning. That you perform at Carnegie Hall in New York to a sold-out crowd. How did you do that? First Filipino, huh?
Well, it was
Filipinos, yeah.
1987.
Yeah.
Philippine Revolution had just happened, so we were like the toast of the world, you know. Even when you go through immigration
Filipino.
sa US,
Yes.
the guy will tell you, "Welcome to freedom, son." Yung talagang
Okay.
napaka-dramatic ng Pilipinas.
Yes.
Anyway, somebody wanted to sponsor us in Carnegie Hall. And in Carnegie Hall, you just don't pay for the venue. You have to have some sort of, may
An
catalog ka, may
Yes.
ganun, di ba?
May criteria sila to accept
Yeah.
you. In other words,
Yes.
you have to have a parang track record, and our producers were able to convince Carnegie that we deserve to be there.
Well, she definitely deserved to be there.
But you know,
So
the
when we
biggest-
went backstage and we saw all the people there, sabi namin, do we deserve to be here?
andun sila Sinatra, Liza
Yes.
Minnelli,
Yes.
Paganini,
Aretha Franklin,
mga
yeah.
ganun na mga sikat na talagang
Yung mga
classical
yung
and
mga portraits ando doon sabi namin. Ilalagay kaya nila tayo dito.
How did you feel? Of course,
Oh,
nervous.
When we were playing the
No.
piano backstage, sabi ko, my gosh, Sinatra practices songs here, you know?
I touched the keys that he touched.
Yeah, backstage. And the nice thing was, di ba, they're so formal, and then they say, you know, you cannot be too loud, even if you're a rock band. You cannot go beyond 98 decibels or something.
Oh, ganun
On
sila.
stage, they have a limit for the sound on stage.
And they can measure it.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
okay.
And then, so ganun ka. And then, the nice thing was, before you go on stage, the stage manager, no? the lady from Carnegie goes to your dressing room, gives you a knock, then, gentlemen, I would like to tell you that you are officially sold out tonight.
What did you
That's
feel?
the time they put the sold out outside.
There's a sticker there that they
You cannot put it
Do you have a photo of that?
No.
No.
Oh my.
Wala pang cellphone nun,
At
ano?
saka
Yeah, but-
that was our fault during those days.
I mean, aside from the sign, I'm sure
we
they had-
never, we never visualized ourselves with media that we would record things for our future. No, we just enjoyed taking pictures of
Yes.
ourselves,
mean,
not
that's-
of the event.
That's major, di ba? Sometimes they even like the paste sold out on the concert.
Yeah, where they have the big window with our
Yes.
poster. They put sold out there. We saw it outside, but nobody took a picture.
But you know what? I think we can recreate this because you own that moment and it's in history. I think you should put a sold out thing and post it on your social media. I think
who do we? AI?
I'm sure we've got a graphic artist that can do it.
But it's
Let's
not-
go look.
But it's
You know,
not-
we were
but it's
never
not-
big on austerity.
Yeah, kasi pagka.
But I'll have it done and I'll post it for you
Okay,
because
okay.
I think it's important. Something to be
Abangan
proud
niyo
of.
po dito sa Bilyonaryo. Narating po natin, magkakaroon tayo ng isang malaking poster ng Apo Hiking Society sa
Sold out.
Carnegie Hall nakalagay, sold.
Yes. And you, aside from that, you also did Macy Hall in Toronto, which
Yeah.
is also sold out.
Yeah.
Were you the first Filipinos there as well?
I don't know.
We were the first Filipino, first artist to perform in Saudi Arabia.
In Jeddah.
In
Yeah.
Jeddah. Is it Massey or Macy? Sorry, Massey.
Massey, yeah.
Massey.
Massey.
Pardon my pronunciation.
But Saudi Arabia was really something.
Why Saudi Arabia?
Because the Filipinos were celebrating Independence Day.
Right.
Okay.
That was the reason.
There was a Filipino restaurant
They,
in
they,
Jeddah.
they don't have
Okay.
pop concerts there.
Yes.
So you have
There's
to have
no
a reason.
concerts there.
So you have to have a reason.
It was prohibited.
It
no?
was
Yeah.
Independence Day.
But
Oh,
the
okay.
Minister of Interior at that time loved the Filipino restaurant. And the guy asked, can we bring a concert here? And he said, okay, but do that in an abandoned airport.
In a tent.
So nobody knows.
They put up a tent.
Yeah.
Wow. And how many people came and watched?
Mga 2,000 a night,
About
no?
2,000 a night. Yeah.
How many nights did you do it there?
6.
Oh my God, 12,000 people. That's a long
No
tour.
posters,
Yeah.
no advertising.
Word of mouth.
And the audience was brought there because it's in a
It's isolated.
Yeah, isolated
So that
tent.
everyone got bussed in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, between Massey, Carnegie, of course, there are different, milestones. But it seems like that Saudi one was a deliberate show of love by Filipino, by Filipinos in Saudi Arabia. How did you feel about that in the middle of the desert?
I know, Jim.
You
How
were-
did you feel, Jim? You were on that side of the.
No, the audience was like this, no? Ito kami sa stage. Tapos may tent sa gitna eh.
Remember Saudi Arabia in the 80s.
I can just
Okay.
imagine.
Lahat ng lalaki nandito, lahat ng babae.
Males on one
Yes.
side, females on one side, and then there's about divider this high to separate all of them.
So, Boboy got the females, I got the male, Danny got the fence. Yun ang malungkot kay Danny.
There you can literally tell, you can really tell people that he was on the fence. And there's, of course, I found another milestone. You're the first Filipino artist to record a CD.
By a stroke of luck. I think
Why?
we were the biggest sellers
Yeah.
at the time that the CD was just first came. So,
when the recording company said, we're going to use this CD format now, sino lalagyan natin? Kami yung
pinakamabenta nun.
best artist nila. Siyempre. So there you go.
All right. We know that you have hundreds of very popular songs, but here's a short list of notable compositions. We'd like to know how you each was conceptualized, and perhaps you can sing a few lines for
Conceptualized.
us.
Sure.
A cappella.
Sure.
Okay. First song.
How it was born.
Yes. When I Met You.
Oh.
Remember when?
Yeah, I wrote that for my wife.
Oh.
But the first part of it, there I was, and you gave me a reason, and it all began when I met you. I stopped.
Oh.
I didn't have the you taught me how to love that part. It came 6 months later.
That was a long...
Yeah, it was
Ano
just...
gap.
yung nabuntis na?
You heard it here, guys.
It was gestating, no?
No,
It's
see,
probably gestating in your-
What
Just,
gestates, di ba?
gestation also can
Yeah.
refer to,
Tapos, I played it 6 months later, and biglang, you taught me how to love natural.
Biglang lumabas
Showed
na.
me a tomorrow. Cesarean, ha?
Oo,
I want to sing it with you, but you know what? People will start watching our show. Okay, next song, Panalangin.
I
Who
was
composed
trying-
it?
I did.
Okay.
I was trying to do a Paul Anka type of
Akala
song.
ko,
Okay.
akala ko R&B.
Yung mga lumang yung mga lumang
Yung mga style niya.
platter style. Tan 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 parang only you.
Yes.
Di ba yung mga ganun? So I was trying to do that because we thought it was some sort of a formula that guarantees a hit, and apparently it does. That's what Imelda Papin did, and that's what Eva Eugenio
Yeah.
did. Ganun yung mga beat nila.
Lunes.
When they did it worked.
That
That beat is called,
Yeah.
it's called the Platters beat.
The Platters beat. Can you do me the honor with a few lines?
Panalangin ko sa habang buhay,
Makapiling ka.
makasama ka, yan ang panalangin ko.
I get the beat.
There, that's the
Exactly.
I'll
beat.
give you some trivia. I have three
Three versions
nieces
of that?
and and a nephew who are half Filipino and half Swiss. They barely speak Tagalog, but they memorized that song and sang it for their grandfather's birthday. I'm going to look for the
They
video.
sang it in Tagalog.
They sang it in Tagalog.
Oh my goodness.
And they preferred the song over anything else.
It's great.
Di ba?
We have to meet them.
When they're back in town. They
Yeah.
don't live here, unfortunately.
We have a Valentine show.
I'm gonna promote the Valentine
They might
show.
want to come. They might want to come.
Perhaps they're in town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they come here for Valentine?
Sometimes they're always here for the beach, so I think they might. And that's
Yeah,
next
that's
week. But
before
we'll talk
summer.
about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What about Batang Bata Ka Pa?
I wrote that when Erica was born.
Oh, okay.
Erica was your classmate, right?
No, my younger brother's classmate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a common friend. We have a common denominator, which is Chef Erica.
Yeah, Chef Erica was born, and she looks so helpless. But I told myself, someday she's gonna rebel. So that's what I wrote. And sure enough,
That's the story of
You
the song.
called it.
I know.
But you know what? She's a celebrated chef in France, so kudos to her.
So proud of her.
Yes, yes. What about a few lines from Batang Bata Ka Pa?
Ano yung pinaka-on kay Erica doon?
Batang-bata ka pa at marami ka pang kailangan malaman at intindihin sa mundo. Yan ang totoo. Nagkakamali ka
Akala ko
kung
yun.
akala mo na ang buhay ay isang mumunting paraiso lamang. And that's childish thinking. no?
Correct.
And that's really what your father tells you when he's scolding you.
But,
Yes.
but the reality is, ganyan talaga ang buhay.
So I
Lagi
think
kang talagang nasasabihan.
And you know what? That's the only song I wrote where I never repeated any verse. It
Wow.
was all prose na walang ulit.
Next song, Mahirap Magmahal ng Shota ng Iba.
You wrote that also for your wife, di ba?
Controversy. You also wrote that
Yeah,
for
for his wife, yeah. Kasi may shota siya, no?
No, that's just
Thank God this is water. I think I need something stronger.
I like jazz, and that's a very jazzy feel, and I wanted a light treatment of unrequited love. I mean, when you write a song, it's either, love is the best and everything, and you're happy, or unrequited. That's really what it is. It's a sad song when you think about it, but I didn't want a sad feel.
Yeah, I got sad right now. It's unrequited. Would you mind singing us a few lines? What?
I-dial mo ang number sa telepono.
Meron.
Huwag mong bigay ang tunay na pangalan mo. Bakit mo gagawin yun, di ba? Di
No,
ba?
but-
So talaga
pero now-
dati, kasi secret, parating, pag nagmamahal ka sa iba, underground yun eh. Dapat
Correct.
walang nakakaalam.
Pero
Kasi
may
ganun.
caller ID na ngayon.
Yun na nga.
Kasi ang idea doon kasi, ninanako mo yung girlfriend ng somebody else. Ngayon, mababash ka niyan.
Amen.
Oo. Pag nagsabi, uy, nakita ko yung mga message mo sa kanito, away na yan.
Who
di ba?
does that song resonate among any of the three of you?
Danny.
I was about to say.
No.
Just because
We
he can-
always blame him
Just
he's not
because he
here
can't say
anymore.
anything.
Because he can't revert back to us right
Sorry,
now.
Dan. You get us off the hook each time.
They threw you under the bus, Mr. Javier. Okay, what about Blue Jeans?
Kwento yung sa movie.
Oh.
Kasi,
Mother Lily calls us.
Okay.
Mother
trivia
Lily of
tayo.
ano, di ba?
The late Mother Lily,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jim, gawa ka ng kanta para sa new movie ko.
Okay.
Ang title, Blue Jeans. Sabi ko, anong story? Wala pang story, basta gumawa ka na lang.
basta blue jeans.
Ganun si Mother Lily. Basta youth-oriented, bahala ka na.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah. Tapos, siyempre, tinanong mo, bakit naman? Anong kwento nito? Basta, isasali ko kayo. Tapos, so bilang, kasama tayo sa movie. Okay.
So I told Danny, let's both write and see what happens. No? Kung ano yung mas maganda, yun ang record.
Okay.
Ginawa niya yung first part.
Okay.
Dito kami ngayon, nagsusumikap sa araw-araw, kayo hanggang sa mapagod. That's Danny's
About
part.
estudyante, di ba?
Oh.
Parang gano'n, about estudyante.
Yung mabilis na yung, alam mo ba ano ang ibig sabihin? That's mine.
Okay.
So we just put it together.
Oh my goodness. But I
Kinabit
love
na.
that trivia of the late Mother Lily. You stopped producing music in 2010. Did you agree on perhaps retiring?
Yeah, we did.
Was it an actual retirement?
Yes.
Yeah.
But please, you can tell me about this whole thing after we return. At the forefront, we'll be back after this short break.
Beauty, adventure, I do agree with that. I would rather spend my money on travel.
We got you. Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and surprises in the world of lifestyle.
Let me get my geek on. That was so amazing.
The Lifestyle Lab on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And we're back, still at the forefront with Jim Paredes and Boboy Garovillo. I asked you a while ago, in 2010, you retired, basically.
yeah.
Was this a conscious effort on the three of you, or why did you decide on that? Because you're still absolutely
It was a
popular.
very conscious effort. It took us 2 years to get to
No,
our final.
It was like this. Our inner contract
Yes.
among the three of us is, let's do this as long as it's fun for all
We're
of us.
enjoying it and we're having fun.
Did you stop having fun in 2010?
Danny wanted to do a lot of other
Sometimes
things.
we were at that time in the 90s, even when we went to the television show, when we did television show, we were trying to. There were so many other things we wanted to do also.
What was your
Kanya-kanya.
dream collaboration that would have made it more fun for you personally?
No, I just enjoy doing. I enjoy doing stage.
Okay.
So that's why I went into acting also.
Oh, being a
I
thespian.
like television. I like showbiz, basically
yes.
showbiz. Jim loves really songwriting, creative teaching, it. And Danny wanted corporate life. He wanted.
Corporate life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a consultant for different companies.
Di ba he had Pedro also?
And then he also did
Yes.
shirts,
Shirts.
ganun.
Yes, Pedro shirts.
So we were doing these things. And from time to time, when we would do shows, especially before 2010, the last decade, it would take time from Manila. We'd spend a month outside of the country.
concerts, yeah.
And sometimes I say, can I just do the one show and then come back here and then go back there again? And then, ganun kasi marami siyang ginagawa di ba?
So it turned into something more of a task rather than...
Plus, we were getting older also. Nakakapagod yung ginagawa namin.
Even a younger person can't handle this.
At saka, I think at a certain age, you sort of wanna try to do a different path, I migrated to Australia during that time.
Really? And
Yeah.
nobody knew about this.
2005 pa lang nag-migrate na ako.
Wala nga tayong picture ng sold out sa Carnegie. Kaya announce mo pa yung kanyang Australia.
No, I wanted
we don't
to.
do those things, that's why.
I wanted to bring my kids there because I felt that they were masyadong privileged yung life nila rito. Na, I had a big shadow and sabi ko, make your own life there.
You want to give them the real,
Yeah.
the real
Sabi ko,
life.
My gosh, papasok ka pa lang to get an LTO license eh. Kaano-ano mo si Jim Paredes?
Tatay ko po.
Tatay ko,
Oh.
Yung driving test mo, halos wala eh.
There,
Parang
naglalaba, naglilinis.
Masyadong, I thank our society because I'm privileged, but I don't want my kids to grow up like that.
Because you're the one that's influenced.
I'm very egalitarian.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
I actually believe in equality, freedom, and I fight for it.
Yes.
So sabi ko, doon kayo. Make your mark there.
And how did you enjoy living there?
I love it.
Of course, did they learn how to cook, wash the car, vacuum, wash the dishes?
The nicest thing is you can ride a train and nobody knows you.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
But can you imagine riding the train here now? Forget it.
What train?
And I go to the beach. Lagi nasa beach ako.
Yeah,
ganun.
it's just a drive away, right? Or even you can
Yeah.
just bike to the beach. You were in Sydney.
I cannot ride.
yeah.
I cannot ride the trains here kasi ang taas ng hagdanan.
What about you, Boboy? When you decided to retire, did you go back to Dumaguete or
No.
you stayed in Manila?
No,
And did
I
your
had
movies-
theater and television.
Which is your most favorite theater performance of yours?
Theater. Ang Sinungaling. I did it with Royder. It's a turn of the millennium yun. Ganun. CCP. I was with Tanghalang Pilipino for a while. And yun.
But not musicals. It was straight up.
No, well, partly musical.
And how long did you do that for?
For 2-3 years. Yung theater, Mga 2-3 years.
So I'll mention categories and you write down the answers and show your answers after 30 seconds.
What kind of answer do you left field?
Don't worry,
the most-
they're all kosher.
Okay.
The most ano?
Yes, so after I'll give you 30 seconds to write it down and then you're gonna show me what it is all about, okay? First question.
30 seconds.
Okay. Top 3 songs that mean the most to you personally.
That we did.
Either or. That you did or that you listened to or...
Okay.
Timer? Timer starts now. $20 seconds.
My gosh.
Stop sa akin.
I'm getting nervous.
I don't know the title to eh.
Okay,
Yun ba yun?
5,
Still the one.
4,
Oh my gosh.
3, 2,
Ayun,
1. All right, show me your answers.
I only wrote 2.
All right, first is
Kasi
Jim.
30 seconds, eh, no?
Oo nga eh.
Ay, no read, no write ito eh. Kaya mahirap talaga yung 30 seconds.
Okay. So, we've got Batang-Bata Ka Pa. Over here, Batang-Bata Ka Pa and Handog.
Ng Pilipino sa mundo.
Handog ng Pilipino
Sa mundo.
sa mundo. That's 1986 and it's a
Yeah, yeah.
revolution.
I actually felt I was
Iyon talaga. Oo.
I actually felt that I was commissioned by history to write it. I mean, the inspiration was so complete. It's a 5-minute song. I wrote it in 2 minutes.
Wow.
You know, it takes time. It takes 5 minutes to play it. No? But to write it, everything complete 2 minutes.
But
Parang full inspiration. Ganun.
I guess it was burning out of your spirit to
Yeah,
write
yeah.
that one. All right, Boboy, what do we have? What's that? Our house in the middle of?
Our house is a very, very, very fine
house.
70s.
With 2 cats in the yard.
Crosby, Stills, and
I was joking.
Kasi favorite namin ng wife ko yan eh.
Okay, why? Was it a date song?
No, that's parang the future. That's how you want to be. You just live in a little house and live your lives together.
That's hippie love.
That's romantic. What about the next song? Paano?
Paano? That's the biggest hit that I've written for the Apo, and it's a story. It's a hopeful song about people who lost their love already, and now especially with a lot of our friends who are in their senior years, sometimes they get separated or they lose their loved ones. There's still a chance to find love again.
Why are you making me emotional right now?
No,
I'm like,
that's the story. Maski matanda ka na, love can enter your life pa rin.
ageless.
And it will be as fresh as when you were
And
18.
it can happen anytime.
Even when it's not that you don't have to be 18.
Yes, of course. What about the last one?
Still the one. You're still the one, Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Yeah.
Still the
Still,
one.
yes, still for your wife.
Yeah.
Ah,
Still.
wow, you're gonna come home to a nice warm meal tonight.
Well, I hope she watches it. We'll text her
Yeah, we'll
to watch the
text
show.
her. Yes, yes. Okay, next category.
So we throw this na?
Throw it.
Yes, please give it to me right here. Okay, top 3 most memorable live performances here. Timer starts now.
Live performance.
Here
Yes,
in the
here in the
Philippines.
Philippines.
Oh my God.
Here.
Yeah, top 3.
Vic, help me.
Yes, can be on stage, television, wherever it may be. Okay, 4 seconds. Time's up. All right.
Okay.
Buboy first.
Sige.
Zamboanga Ateneo.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
We were starting the show. I mean, we were in a football field. Big show. We're starting the show. It starts to really rain like a storm.
Buhos.
Buhos.
Buhos talaga.
Basa lahat ng stage,
Open
basa
air.
equipment. Everybody had to run out, run.
So it was that
away.
moment parang we're canceling this?
No,
Buboy?
we had to go. We all ran into the administration building and with all the equipment, the instruments, and then the students who were organizing it, sabi namin, can we get a brigade to bring us all your hair dryers from your homes to dry our equipment?
Oh my
Because it's all wet, keyboards, drum, everything. So they were helping us naman. We had hair dryers all night. We were drying the equipment, and then the students were saying, "What happens now to our concert?" Ganyan. So sabi namin, okay, we're not leaving yet tomorrow because we were thinking of
Extending.
one more day
Yeah, to
for
rest.
vacation, di ba? And so we did a motorcade late that night, drove around town announcing,
For hair dryers.
Postponement.
announcing for the
For the next
day we're going
yes.
to have the show in the afternoon.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, and then we had the radio announcers announce it on radio that we were going to do the show the next day.
Next is
that's the other one.
Intramuros.
Intramuros. We had a Valentine show.
Oh, tapos.
We were doing outside dinner, formal dinner. Everybody was there, politicians, big-time people. We had the Valentine show. It rains again.
Sino magbalat? Are we gonna blame it on Danny
It rains
Javier?
again, so everything was wet, but we continued playing. The audience, they were in the round tables with candles and flowers. And they started covering their heads with their napkins. The middle of the show, they all had umbrellas already. We were doing the show in the wet.
Basang sisiyo.
Grabe.
So that's
Sino nga may balat? Si Danny. Sabihin na lang si
Well,
Danny.
he wrote the song
Kasi-
Pumapatak ang Ulan.
Wala po.
so wala siya dito.
All right. And then the last one is...
Isang linggo na po sila. When we were
Isang linggo
doing
na
the
po sila.
TV show, yun, we were in Davao. Kasi we do show out of town. And then sabi na, teka, Sunday may show pa tayo sa Sunday. Oh, we'll just do it on Saturday. So we had a concert Saturday. We fly out early Sunday morning
Correct.
for our noontime show,
Yes.
right? Okay. We get to the airport, a grenade explodes in the airport.
Oh my goodness.
So we have to get down from the plane. Everything's
Delayed lahat.
Everything's delayed.
But thank
everything's
goodness you're
canceled.
safe.
Yeah, because we were already on the boarded.
Yeah.
And then there was an explosion. So everybody had to get down from the plane because they have to check all the baggage and everything because that might be something
Yes,
else.
yes.
So we were there. In fact, on the plane with us was Noli De Castro. So he stepped down also, and they said, "Hey, we need to take the next flight."
May show kami.
Exactly.
Live kami.
So
And we got into the show.
we were able to get the flight out,
Yes.
and then we were all running to the studio. When we entered the studio, the hallway, it was starting.
Opening number na.
The opening
Kami
number
yun.
was starting already. So, with sila Bing, sila Ami, sila Agat. They were already doing the number. So we rushed into the studio. We just joined them there on the production number.
Wala nang
opening.
palit-palit. From the airport
Ah,
kotse
wala
doon
na,
sa
wala
studio.
na.
Halaga. Para walang nangyari. Oh, true professionals. What about you, Jim?
You can read my writing because I was
Meralco
writing so fast.
Theater.
Meralco Theater.
Oh, yeah.
That was a farewell concert.
73.
We were going to split up, di ba, after college.
Okay.
So
yes.
that was the first time. It was storming.
Yeah. This was-
Again.
Yeah,
because-
yeah.
What's up with the...
A rainy weekend. July 14, July 15,
We were full
1973.
house,
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh.
And people just knew us from performing in schools and a few shows with Ariel Contina. Remember that TV show?
Yeah, yeah. Student canteen.
Oh.
Mga ganun.
Punong-puno yung show. Tsaka it became, we recorded it.
For 2 nights.
Yeah.
We had the full show for 2 nights.
The
in
whole
Meralco.
concert was played on DZRJ at that time, which was the most the hip station. We had the hit without a record being released. Because a number of
They were
requests pa lang.
requesting it.
Oh.
Which hit
RJ
was that?
would just play the song.
It's a New Day.
New Day.
It's a new day.
Yeah. An English song.
It was like they played it like maybe 8 times a
and
day.
then our gimmick songs. We had funny medleys at that time.
Yeah.
They would play it, and
Yeah.
so
So, salamat sa ulan. Because
a record company bought that tape.
That was memorable.
wow.
The
And
next
then,
one
of
is,
course, I would have expected you to say that.
Yeah.
EDSA.
But EDSA, not in it was not singing.
Which one? Which concert?
No, it was the night that...
The one on top of the truck or the one on the street?
Oh, EDSA had a lot of really big shows. One was on top of a truck near
Veritas.
Veritas. The other one was
Were you on the top of the truck?
yeah. We were thrown into the new studio that the opposition then had just taken over.
Sila.
And we were the hosts, and Johnny Manan said, "Okay, Jim, you report the news. Danny, you do this, you do that." Talagang, we were like, "Okay,
Okay.
wing it as much as you can." Okay. The last one was we did a Christmas special. We had the Christmas album, which it's a very delightful album up to now. And we did about 4 songs from that album for the Christmas special of ABS-CBN. It was just so delightful. It was, we were singing our Christmas songs.
Nice songs.
For the first time, people are hearing it. And talagang
Came from the heart.
What a thrill, oh.
Yeah.
And they were all fun songs.
And that was history.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Nice. I like
Meron
your style.
pa.
Your next category, top 3 Filipino artists that you look up to.
What? Artists.
Yes. You can just remove this.
Pwedeng painter?
Don't start the timer yet. Seniors lang daw. Based on my script.
Gosh, sino nga ba yun?
Okay, timer's already 27 seconds.
Ako
25.
maisip.
Top 3 Filipino artists that you look up to, seniors.
Artists? Artists.
Last 2 seconds.
Artists.
All right, timer up. All right, doesn't matter if you're two.
okay lang.
Okay, we'll start with Jim.
Willie
Willie Cruz, Ryan Cayabyab, and Mon David. Why?
Willie Cruz was,
Correct.
I worked with him. He was our boss in the record company. I was head of A&R. So I was doing a lot of recordings. Sometimes I would arrange something by myself and let Willie listen to it, and he would just put the strings and everything. And some of the songs that he wrote, like Kahit Na, the
Yeah,
song,
really is
It's a three-point shot.
Great composer and arranger also.
he comes from the verse and then he goes to the chorus. Parang, how do you get to that chorus? But he finds a way, and it's really fantastic.
What about Ryan Cayabyab?
Ryan,
Mr. C.
Very prolific, very imaginative. We did an album with him, and I wrote the songs like, I didn't see how beautiful it was until he took over. And he just really,
Like what?
it's like when you write the song, it's like you have a piece of clay and you make a face, right?
Yes.
After it goes through him, it's like all the details are there, the accents are there, and everything is just a piece of art. And I never imagined this song to be this beautiful, but it is.
Iba si Mr. C.
Yeah.
Iba siya. And of course,
Mon David.
Mon David.
Has so
A
much passion for what he does.
Yeah, a friend of ours. We met. Yeah.
He was our drummer.
He became a drummer, but he was a performer na matagal na pala. And he's a band member. And then he sings very well.
And he likes jazz, and he joined the jazz festival, where he won first place against his idols.
Oh.
With singers he
wonder.
admired in the
Oh
world.
my gosh, how did he feel? Was he like elated or
he
like embarrassed?
He lives in California now.
Okay.
And he plays in the jazz bars, ganon. And when he was with us pa, we would do a special number with him, and then he would teach. He even gave us voice lessons pa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Magaling siya talaga.
Ang galing niya talaga.
Very passionate guy, very devoted.
Until now, he's in California. If you get a chance to watch Mon David in the jazz lounges.
Where? What? Northern, Southern
California.
South? Oh, Southern California.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Boboy? Who are you
Gary
to?
V.
Gary V. I had a pleasure to watch him the other night.
Kasi niya, he's so intense.
Intense. The way,
And in his work, yung ganon.
can you
kasi
do that?
sa akin kasi
Kaya mo ba?
ginagawa ko dati. we used to have a gimmick on stage that I would do a Gary V thing.
I'm gonna look for videos of that. Intense talaga siya.
Oo, ganon.
I mean, for a very young 60-year-old, I got shocked.
Tsaka si Gary, hinihimay niya eh.
Yeah.
His material.
Yeah.
Every time he gets on a material, it's well thought out, well performed, and he knows where to push it for maximum effect.
And your next is the
sa
JT.
Actor naman, si Joel Torre.
Intense.
Oh, Joel Torre rin. Kasi, yun nga, kasi I like acting also.
Yes.
And I've worked with him early, even before pa, yung mga kasama niya rin, yung mga taga-Bacolod, mga ganyang grupo yan eh.
Yes.
Yun nga, I learned that it just takes, you have to practice and practice and practice. Yun, yung 10,000 hours, di ba?
Yeah, you have to.
You have to get there. And Joel is just like that. He's,
Sa mata eh.
Saka masarap yung manok niya.
Oh, yes. He's not only a good actor, he's also a good cook.
Yun yung icing sa galing niya, yung manok.
Well, yes, there were rumors that Apo Hiking Society broke up because of politics. Was that true? But you'll answer this after this break. The Forefront will be right back. And you're still watching At the Forefront. I had a hanging question from Mr. Jim Paredes and Boboy Garovillo. Was it true that you were going to break up or broke up because of politics?
Where did you hear that news?
They just feed it to me.
No, let me explain.
Yes, sir.
We broke up before we had differences in politics.
Okay.
So it wasn't about that.
Yeah.
Which everybody's allowed.
Yeah.
Your
at saka,
ideologies.
we've had political breakups already before between us, but it never broke up the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if we had different
Views on things.
views on things.
Which is, I think, a healthy thing to have in a brotherhood just like yours.
You know, I'll tell you something about politics.
Please.
Politics is a passion, but a fleeting passion. In other words, you know, I don't think you should ever die for a leader. Because, you know, the leader is okay at this time, but you don't know how they'll be okay for good. So you go by issue by issue.
Kaya nila ginawa 4 years tsaka 6 years lang yan eh. Kasi yan ang politics eh.
Pero kung minsan, tagal eh.
Yun ang nakakainis.
Naiinip ba kayo?
Yun ang nakakainis. Pag
Yeah. Did you ever think of going into politics, any of you?
Nah.
Even
Well-
Danny? Never.
Danny liked to work behind
Oh, he
behind
was
the
a
scenes.
strategist.
Oo.
Wow. So,
Ako, I like talking to politicians because I want to know what they're thinking, and I want to be able to be influential enough for them to listen to me. You know, parang even when the president that I wanted was elected, I would still call and give my opinions if he wanted it.
Or critic.
Kritik, oh. At kung minsan, kritik talaga. Na medyo may tampuan, ganun. Oh.
but that's your
That's me.
your right.
That's me.
But that is your right,
Yeah.
and that's your right, and that's my right to be able to call them out
Yeah.
when they need to be called out. Why did you decide to come back and do?
To get back again
reunite?
together.
Alam mo,
How did it happen?
no,
In
we
22?
actually, even during the retirement,
The lull.
we actually did a few concerts together.
Okay.
And then, you know, you miss it eh. So Boboy says one time, you know, let's do a small one and see if anybody would still be interested. So we went to 19 East, 200 people.
No, hindi. At saka ganito yan. Well, ganito yan. Because
Mabuti hindi
Beta,
gumuho.
our manager, our friends, we had friends who passed away during pandemic, including our manager,
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
including our two classmates,
Yeah.
Apo members.
Apo
Yung
members.
Apo Barkada.
Yes.
No? So there were like four who passed away. And so we were being sad, ganito. Tapos, our manager now, si Beta,
Yes. The lovely.
was a widow, di ba? And wala rin siyang ginagawa. Di ba? Sabi namin, why don't we do a little show again? Ganon. Di ba? Para may magawa tayo.
Sa 19 East.
Yeah,
Yes.
And 200 people, you said, because that place can
Yeah, 200
accommodate a lot.
250 standing room na yun.
Oh, so sold out in seconds, I'm sure.
No. There were no tickets. First come, first serve.
So may riot sa labas.
To our surprise, there were people from Singapore who flew in.
Yes.
And we brought inside 240, 250 people, and so many people couldn't get in.
Kasi this was in December.
Yes.
Yeah, this was in December. So, a lot of people are coming in. To our surprise, and sabi namin, small show lang. We only had a 3-piece band. We didn't even have a full band.
I would have flown from anywhere if I only knew about it.
But anyway,
And then that's when we learned. And then, after the show, we signed autographs. We had a 17-year-old girl who was singing all our songs and jumping around the whole time. Sabi namin, why are you...
How did you know about their
Yes, yes.
songs? Yeah.
So we looked at each other and said, hey, I think we still have a market
Push it a
somewhere,
little more.
somewhere there. So
Just like generational wealth, you have generational
Yeah.
fans.
no, and right now, siguro mga 25% of our audience now are like Gen Zs.
Yes, let me
more.
be of assistance.
Baka more now.
yeah, I think, kasi every time, the last year, we've always asked in our concerts who are watching us for the first time, about 50%.
Yeah.
But
First
they know you
time.
physically, because they know your songs already.
They know our music. They
Yeah,
heard it
but-
from their grandfather, their father.
Yes.
You know, their kuya.
Masakit ba yan? They heard it from their
So,
lolo.
so our manager, Beta, was saying, we can keep on doing this. So we did another small show in Music Museum, Teatrino, and then it just,
Mamaya,
it just,
nag-tour na,
it just
nag-ano,
kept rolling.
everything.
Now, so we're,
And I'm excited
we
because
hope we're considered back in the scene, but we
Yes.
don't come out on television and all. So it's just performances.
I like this exclusivity. And in a week's time, you guys are gonna have one. But before that, I don't want to tell them yet. I wanted to get excited. I want to play another game with you guys.
Oh, sure.
Let's do this. All right. 2 choices, pick one. No need to explain your choice.
Bilyonaryo pala, game show.
Okay.
Game show. When I'm on Karen Jimena's show, it's a game show. All right. So you pick one and no need to explain your choice. Mabilis lang po to, ha? Anak or apo?
Apo.
Apo.
Anak.
Anak. Piano or guitar?
Guitar.
Piano.
Piano, okay. AM or FM?
FM.
FM. Boomers or Gen X?
Boomers.
Boomers.
Naglag ng konti. Sa linggo na po sila or Mr. Cupido?
Isang linggo na po
Sa
sila.
linggo na po sila. Queen or Beatles?
Beatles.
Queen.
Singing or composing?
Composing.
Singing.
Singing, all right. Sinigang sa miso or chicken pork adobo?
Miso.
Chicken pork, adobo.
Mental health or the environment?
Environment.
Environment?
Mental health.
All right.
Kasi, yeah,
Morning or night person?
Morning.
morning.
Morning. Nag-change na ba yun?
Pag tumatanda siguro.
Correct. I mean, I was about to say, dati, evening, ngayon, morning person. Ano ang aabangan ng mga tao sa inyong Valentine concert next week? This is what I want to ask.
Valentine
It
is
will
on-
be held in the morning.
Because you're morning people na.
It's always challenging.
So tell me all about it.
Okay, it's always challenging because may theme talaga ang yung day, di ba? So you have to sort of include within your repertoire the whole idea of different kinds of love, romantic love, true love, kilig love, that kind of thing. So you have to have material for all of that.
And also a little pain.
Oh.
A little pain.
I mean, talagang, big theme yun, di ba? So, we got the right, we have the right list of songs to sing, and we got the right guests. We have Lara Maige,
Yes?
who's,
Jet?
wow, terrific, and Giano,
Gian Magdangal.
Gian Magdangal.
Yes.
And we have our musical director who's really like rearranging stuff and putting in this and that and sequencing stuff para talagang engineered to really make it a very enjoyable night for
Yes.
all types of people who go out on Valentine's.
Yes, I'm sure it's being flashed, but then I want to know what's the exact date, where it's gonna be, and wag naman sana sa umaga.
February 14,
At the theater at Soler.
yeah. 8 o'clock?
And Soler talaga is
8:30. Yeah.
alam mo, Soler kasi, they really have special shows lang.
Yes, be
And
there on time.
We've always wanted to do shows in Soler.
Yes,
And then,
yes, it's a great theater.
It's a great time for
Yes,
us.
Yeah.
But folks, be there on time.
And,
even if they say 8 o'clock, be there at 6.
Can I just say something?
Yes, please.
For those who are like, remember us as old people, the shows that we do now are like audio-visual, just quite exciting. Ang daming mga, may mga overture, may mga ganun-ganun na.
Hopefully, it doesn't look so old.
We don't mind that. We just want to hear you and see you.
And we take the medicine before. So the effect is later.
Yeah. After the show pa. Oo.
I love that. All right.
And we're going to distribute some to the audience.
Malipitor po sa inyo. All right, a message to your diehard fans who are definitely going to watch your concert.
We've had a love affair for 52 years,
Yeah.
And on our end, mainit pa kami. Gusto pa namin i-serenade kayo, ligawan kayo and everything.
Yes.
And we've lived through 50 years and we offer, our motto is, you perform and you deliver surprise and delight and you take your audience to a place where they've never been. It's always like that. So something new all the time, something fresh, something innovative, creative. Yun ang aming approach to our career.
Yeah.
I've said it
Join
all.
us at the Soler. I hope you remember the place. It's a place that you've never been, and join us there at the Theater Soler.
I'm sure all of them. It's this main Soler, right? Soler and
Yeah.
So okay, but thank you so much. It really was an honor having a wonderful conversation with both of you. Time has flown, and I want to talk more, but unfortunately,
Thank you, Ferdi.
we won't
It's
have
Ferdi,
time.
you're great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We really
you're
enjoyed
great.
this. Halata
I
naman,
did
diba?
too. It's one of my favorite interviews.
So
to be on
eventually, one
Publisa.
of these days, pag nagtanong ka ng what shows did you enjoy?
Dapat lang, at the forefront,
the interview with
Sino nga ba
Ferdi.
yung dalawang matanda? Sino nga ba yun?
Thank you once again. Apo Hiking Society may have taken a hiatus, which was a decade long, but the continuous presence of their music in our airwaves and video bars are manifestations of the timelessness of their songs. Filipinos can't wait to have more original songs from the Apo Hiking Society. In the meantime, may the warm welcome of their Pinoy fans bring them inspiration to keep on writing, producing, and making more music as testaments to our culture and society. I hope you enjoyed our report today and enjoy your weekend. Let's support original Pinoy music. This is Ferdi Salvador on behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno. Thank you for spending your hour with us.